and my life's mission is to feed the planet. My superpower is being uncomfortable. So, here, great start, talking in front of a room full of people. Let's talk about uncomfortable. Uncomfortable is defined as causing or feeling slight pain, a little bit of discomfort, some unease, awkwardness. These are not pleasant things. We spend most of our lives running away from uncomfortable, pursuing comfort. And so I'm hoping today to convince you to turn the other way and embrace uncomfortable. To start us off, think back to your most uncomfortable time. Being a teenager, you all remember the awkwardness of growth spurts and the horrors of high school. But those are all important parts of your development into an adult and the person you are today. Remember back to that awkward feeling when you're asking someone out for the first time. That uncomfortable feeling is an important step to finding true love. Think about the last run you went on. Any runners in the room? Have you ever had to fart when you're running? Usually there's a really cute person behind you, and if you aren't willing to deal with that uncomfortable feeling, you'll never get stronger or faster. So really being uncomfortable is important for personal growth, spiritual, emotional, and physical. So my journey with uncomfortable, it started with one of my first jobs, tree planting. And tree planting sucks. You are dropped off in the middle of nowhere by your dad. You get every day driven out at 7 a.m. to a clear cut, a totally desolate place. You're plopped there with a couple thousand trees, and for 12 hours, you walk this plot of clear-cut planting trees. To top it all off, the rhythm with which you plant is perfectly timed to Sir Mix-a-Lot. And I had that stuck in my head for 2 months. Along with that, there was this constant battle against the millions and millions of mosquitoes. So many mosquitoes that you can't keep your mouth open. You end up eating them. But I embraced the Zen philosophy of the Navy SEAL, which is learning to be comfortable with uncomfortable. And that's brought me to incredible places. I can be in the most beautiful jungle, and despite the bugs, really appreciate it. I can pursue my greatest fear of drowning, and go whitewater rafting, and have incredible adventures down the Grand Canyon. And most recently, my willingness to be uncomfortable has allowed me to start my own company. So a whole other story, I farm bugs to help farmers grow more food. But this journey of being a business owner has a lot of uncomfortable times. Probably the most significant has been having to fire people. This is a really uncomfortable feeling, and it's because there's so much pain and stress and uncertainty on the other side of that equation. Which brings me to what uncomfortable is not. If you are in pain, or you're sad, or you're angry, those feelings overwhelm you, and you can't make decisions properly. Uncomfortable, it's something different. It's unique. It's this knife's edge, this temporary feeling, moving from one comfort to another, a position of great privilege, and it gives you a lot of perspective. Our country, of course, has been feeling very uncomfortable, as has Seattle, and I think we all have the challenge now of harnessing and moving towards uncomfortable, to have the hard conversations. The problem is if we don't do this, things that would make us feel uncomfortable become desensitized as we try to make them comfortable. We go through this routine of making something visceral into something normal. This week, the UN declared the first famine since 2011. This should make everyone super uncomfortable. And this picture, I know it's making everyone here uncomfortable, and that's a good thing. Because uncomfortable is the sign that something needs to change, and that change is happening. And at least for me, Uncomfortable is what lets me be the change that I want to see in the world.